Welcome, everyone, to another edition of the Square Circle Cafe. I am your hostess, Gladys, here alongside, as always, hot from the ATL herself. There's JC, everybody.
Hi.
Now, we usually have the one who's okay because he's from okay, Jeremy. I think he's running a little late. We've messaged him a couple times, so he's probably trying to find a signal or something. So I know that he's setting up an interview for us right now, but I'll have him discuss that more when he joins us in a little while. So we're coming to you tonight because I've been requested by the promoter of BWA to interview these two, it's one or two. He wasn't really clear about it. Um, Superstar is going to be debuting at Beantown Wrestling Alliance this Friday for Decking the Halls, which will be at the Beachmont VFW at Revere, Mass. Tickets, you can get them at eventbrite.com. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show starts at 8 o'clock. We're going to have a toy drive, and when you donate a new toy, you'll get a raffle ticket. And also, we just found out that the big man himself, the man in red, old Whitebeard himself, Santa Claus, will be in the house. Hey! So if you're good, maybe Santa will bring you a gift. But we'll have more details about it when we get those two stars on. I'm just waiting to get the confirmation whether or not they're going to come on tonight. But JC, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good, all good in the hood out here. We're just now getting into our cold season, so, switching from the AC to the heater. So that's all good.
Yeah, cold in Atlanta. It's 35 degrees right now up here. What's cold for you?
Oh man, we were in the 20s last week. So,
Really?
yeah. So we're back into like the
Oh, the 20s up here is
30s.
sweater. 20s up here is sweater and shorts. So it's like, let me know when
Yeah.
you're at negative digits, okay?
Oh no, yeah. I've been there before. Don't want to go back. I lived in
All right.
Colorado, so
Oh, yeah. Um, so yeah, I can understand that. So anyway, getting to down to nitty gritty. Last night was WWE NXT Deadline, and we had the two Iron Survivor matches. We opened up oddly enough, they opened up with the men's Iron Survivor first, which I thought was kind of weird, but at the same time, that meant that the women were main eventing. And I always love when the women main event the shows because, as we know, the women of WWE are very talented, especially in the NXT roster. We have a lot of up and coming stars and a lot of new international talent that they've signed. So for the men, but there was a little controversy going into the deadline Iron Survivor matchup because on this past Tuesday we had a fatal four way to determine it was the last qualifying spot for the Iron Survivor. Up until this point, we had Wesley, Javon Evans, Ethan Page, and one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, Nathan Frazier, all qualify for the match. So for the final spot, they had to go with Eddie Thorpe, I believe Lexus King, Axiom, and I forget who the fourth guy in the match was, but
I was I was pulling up the results because unfortunately me I forgot. Um so I do apologize for my little faux pas of knowledge on this on Dateline here. So I'm just pulling up the results here. I do
yeah,
remember
that's
seeing.
fine. Life, if there's one thing, life gets in the way. You want to know something? I had completely for up until I want to say maybe Wednesday. I completely forgot deadline was on Saturday. I don't know why.
uh
I thought it was a week later, and then I realized next week is Saturday night's main event. So that's why I was getting my dates mixed up. So
right.
when I got home from work, I was like, "Oh yeah, it's deadline tonight." So Eddie Thorpe on Tuesday qualified to be the last man in the Iron Survivor match, but as NXT went off the air, Eddie Thorpe was found unconscious in the backstage area, attacked. We don't know by who.
Yeah,
So,
I remember hearing about that. I saw that part.
so during the pre-show, Ava, the general manager, announced that Eddie Thorpe was not medically cleared to join the match, so she was going to name somebody that night. So we didn't know who was going to be the fifth member of the Iron Survivor match. For all we knew, okay, all right, here he comes. All right, he's okay because
Hey,
he's in okay. Welcome, Jeremy, everybody.
Hey, sorry I'm late, y'all. I got sucked into a conversation with a roommate, and next thing I know, it's like 6:15. I'm like, oh crap.
No
yeah,
worries.
we all good. We all
Nice
good.
sweater, by the way. Although you need to replace the N with the J.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Mhm.
No worries. We were just going over Deadline, and we were talking
Okay.
about how Eddie Thorpe was injured and was not medically cleared to be the last man in the Iron Survivor match. So,
Oh,
so for the opening contest, we had Javon Evans and Wesley start out. Then they were joined by Nathan Frazier, Ethan Page, who has the record, I think, for the fastest pin in an Iron Survivor match. Only lasted 2 minutes before he was pinned and sent to the penalty box. But the shocker of the night was participant number 5, someone we hadn't seen in a long time. And that was the ruler of NXT, Oba Femi. It's like,
well,
I know I was watching this. I'm sitting here. I had my president on the phone video chatting with me, and we were watching it, and all of a sudden, all you heard from me was, "What the like, you're kidding." All of a sudden, you know, the whole audience goes, "Ooh," and I'm just like, "No," and I'm like, and I literally just went, "Might as well just give him the match right then and there." Okay.
yeah.
uh, Jeremy, did you check out Deadline? No,
No,
yes,
I
no,
didn't.
not yet. Okay. I will say this: you guys really have to check it out. The men's Iron Survivor match was actually really good, but I think my favorite moment of the matchup was when Obafemi got pinned, so he got sent to the penalty box. But 30 seconds after he got pinned, Ethan Page, who was laughing at him because he got pinned, then got pinned. So guess where he had to go?
Oh
He
yeah,
had
I
to go in
saw.
the penalty box, and he got popped by Femi, right?
Pop
Yeah, I
doesn't
saw
even
the
begin to
video of that.
describe it. Oh Lord, I was okay. We know Ethan Page was a former guest on their show. He was very gracious, very cool to meet. But let's face it, I was dying. I was just like, I could not believe it. I loved it. It was like, let me out, let me out. Nope,
Oh,
I love it. Obi was like, give him to me. It's like, oh man.
so
Uh,
he got nailed.
Nailed, punched, pillar to post, every cliche you can think of. This poor guy was just bounced around that box like a pinball. So Oba, but he was only in there for a minute. Then Oba left, so he had to put out the rest of his penance. But surprisingly, Oba Femi did the impossible by going from one pin to 3 pins when he pinned Wesley and Javon Evans at the same time, and they counted that as 2 falls, which put him at 3. And just as Javon Evans gave him his finisher, timer went off. Obafemi is your Iron Survivor winner, which
Well,
means he.
there you go.
Yep. I'm gonna say though, I thought it was so weird seeing that come out of left field, just out of nowhere. That Obafemi just came out. I honestly, I thought it was gonna be Joe Henry. I don't know why. I was thinking that would be the perfect opportunity for Joe Henry to come back,
It
but
would.
I think they're gonna
yeah.
save him for Royal Rumble.
Oh, definitely, definitely. He will definitely be a surprise for the Rumble. Like I would say
Yeah,
he's gonna be in the 20s.
yeah, it's gonna be weird because
Wouldn't
the Rumble is
question it.
gonna happen at February 1st of next year, not
Yeah,
January.
Yeah, this
February.
is gonna be the first time January is not gonna have a PLE in a long time. So and it's gonna be early too because where where are they? Are they in Canada? Or am I thinking another pay per
No,
view?
they're in um they're in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. So
I
they're in
know Atlanta
Norfolk.
has a house show in January. I think is it a Raw house show? I don't know if it's a house show or if it's an actual Raw, but I know that Atlanta's got to be like the last stop before the Royal Rumble.
Well, here's the thing, though, and this is interesting because they're gonna. It looks like they're going to be doing these early starts on a more permanent basis. I mean, seems like that's what they're doing.
Or like early, like the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock start times.
6 o'clock. Yeah.
I mean, from a personal standpoint, for me, because when I went to Bad Blood, they were early. It was early. I was home by
Yeah.
10:30. I was like, all right, cool. I'm kind of okay. I'm all right with that.
I'm all right with that too. That's the one thing I love. I said this to Rob last night that the reason why I really love NXT. What?
Oh,
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Well, no, what I was saying was that the reason why I love NXT PLE so much is the fact that they're literally under 3 hours. So they're like
Yeah.
2.5 hours. I was in bed by 10:30. So it was, and I still got 2 hours of awesome action. So, but what got to me, the only gripe I had about last night was the fact that I'm kind of over Nathan Frazier and Axiom being tag team champions and having this will they or won't they break up thing because it's
Will they
like,
just do it already? It's at the point where they need to shit or get off the pot. Pardon my
yes,
French.
thank you. I mean, I like last night they had once again another miscommunication moment that would have been the perfect opportunity for them to break up, especially since Nathan was hurting over the fact that he had just done Iron Survivor and he was bleeding and everything. But no, they defeat No Quarter Catch Crew and still are the tag team champions. So it's like, okay, are you keeping them together as a team or are you breaking them up? What is it? I am getting sick of this. It's been 6 months since they've hinted they were going to break up and they still have yet to. And it's like,
Yeah, they need to just get it done and be. Yeah.
yeah, it's
this tension is
frustrating.
just everybody's over the tension. I mean, either y'all break up or do something. Damn.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I'm
So,
gonna say this. It's kind of like with the New Day at this point.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that. Ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
we will
But
talk
let's
about
finish.
it.
Yeah, well, let's talk. Let's finish up with Dateline here.
All right. Lola Vice defeated Jada Parker in what I thought was one of the best underground matches I've seen in a long time. These two really had it in for each other. I don't know if it was storyline or not, but the heat between these two was palpable. And oh, little tidbit: one of the guys at ringside for the show was New England superstar Love Doug, who I hope to get on the show at some point next year. But yeah, it was so when he was coming out, I'm like looking at the screen. I went, wait a minute, that's Love Doug. And it was just like, and I wasn't the only one. Everyone in the New England area here recognized him immediately. So it was so cool seeing him there. But yeah, Lola Vice had um Jada Parker's number. Not She didn't knock her ass out. She turned her blue. She had a submission on her that was so tight you could actually see Jada's face turning purple. It
Oh
was
Lord.
yeah. Okay. Okay, so I guess my BWA guest is coming on right now. I guess they don't want to wait till 7:30. So, all right, well here you go. Is okay. I don't know who this guy is. This is my first time seeing him. His name is Roberto Panini. Um, okay, Roberto Panini. Let's see. Hi, Mr. Panini. Hello, Panini. Hello, Roberto Panini. Earth to Roberto Panini. Hi, where are you? Who are you?
What's wrong with you? Don't you know who I am?
Roberto Panini.
Yes, I am. Thank
Who is
you.
Roberto Panini?
Oh, he's an old school Italian guy. Give me the damn thing. Oh, hey, call just fine. Whatever.
Oh, hi. Welcome. And who might you be?
Oh my!
Yeah, who are you?
No, my so many fucking names, No, no seriousness. I'm Uncle Frankie Babs. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
All right.
All right, welcome to Square Circle Cafe. These are my two co-hosts. This is JC and Jeremy.
Hi.
Evening.
Hey, how you doing? What's up, guy?
All right. Well, I love your attire. So what do you do for business?
I'm consigliere. Yeah.
Constantly. Okay. So okay, I know that word. That means you're a lawyer for. Wait a minute.
I'm an advisor and counselor.
Okay.
My client, very important to the family.
And who's your client?
A unique practice. It's Don Roberto Panini only.
Wait a minute. Don, as in that kind of Don?
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Okay. How did you and Roberto meet?
Many years ago.
Okay. And what's the business you guys are in?
It's a little bit seven, you know.
Okay. JC, Jeremy, do you have any questions for Mr. Batts?
Okay. How did you get into this business? That works.
Well, you know, let's just say that Freaky Bats, you know, is a alias of mine. And you know, it's a lot of people pay good money for that information. And I'm in the win.
Okay. Jeremy, how about you? Do you have a question for Mr. Batts?
I'm in the win right now. You know, there's a war going on outside. It's like a fucking jungle out there. So I had to hide out. Linked up with the Connie wrestlers, and you know, give me my safe haven. You know.
Okay. All right. Jeremy, do you have a hang on, there's somebody at the door. Hang on. Can you guys just keep on with the interview? I'll be right back. There's somebody at the door.
So how long have you been involved with the Dome? The Dawn.
How long? Oh, I'm the man with the plan. I'm the guy who's been pulling all the strings around here. I keep my ear to the ground, and you know, many years since we were little babies. You know, we're from the same neighborhood.
All right, cool. Can you tell you? Okay.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what
Hey, what the
hell is going on?
Get
Is this some kind of a hit?
Hey, yo. Hey, hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Yo.
Something's going on with.
Yeah, we got.
Frank, I've been trying to get in touch with you. I had to break into this girl's house in order to do so. You don't leave Griselda on free. Do you know this?
Wow.
Frank, listen. I got that business taken care of. We won't be hearing from them anymore.
Good. That's what we want.
All right. Where's the Don? I need to talk to the Don for a minute.
Oh, treats. Darling, hello, Griselda. How are you?
Don, listen.
Yes,
I was able to talk to my connections. We've got a big shipment coming in. I expect high payment.
How high is this, honey?
You know the price.
Oh, that much, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's some good boat. That's some good stuff right there. I'm glad you could do business.
I am too, sir. Now,
All
if you'll
right.
excuse me, I'll have to take care of this girl and get her out of the way. So,
Oh, well, you know how it is.
well, sir, it's a tough business, but we have to do it. So,
Unfortunately, yes.
all right. I'll let her get back to her little show. I'll be right back.
Okay, have fun. What? What's wrong?
Okay.
Why are you speechless? What's
We-
going on over there?
It,
Hey.
this is
Total difference, isn't
weird
it?
for us.
How's it weird? This is normal for us.
Bitch, what are you
We've never
doing?
been. We've never
Okay.
had something like
Remember,
this happen in the middle
remember
of the
Panini has a
show.
lot up his sleeve,
So,
on, especially this
Yeah.
Friday.
Well, I put it this way,
Yes.
you okay?
what the hell?
Oh,
Man, who was that? God
I
damn.
have no idea.
yeah, man. Well, you all right?
You know, is that I open the door and this woman comes in, pushes me aside, stuffs my face full of cotton, and next thing I know, she lets me go. I don't know. So,
Hey, calm down there. Okay?
yeah,
It
I'm
was
fine.
sent by me. Calm down.
I'm good. I'm good. So, Mr. Panini, what's your
Yes, ma'am.
business? We know Frankie's business. What's your business?
Well, you know, as Frankie told you, I'm the boss. I'm the Dom. I'm the leader of the group.
And what group is that?
We're called the Commission.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll definitely have to check that out. I think it's interesting.
Yes, it is.
What does it take to join the commission?
Oh, you don't want to know about that, do you?
Well, maybe after the show we could talk a little business.
Well, we'll see about that. Hold on.
Mr. Bax,
So, what does it take?
what does it take?
Well, you know, you're born, you take crap. You get out in the world, you take more crap. Climb up a little higher, and you take less crap. Until one day, you're so high up in rarefied atmosphere, you've forgotten what crap looks like. Welcome to the layer cake, toots. Being a good businessman means being a good middleman. We come from the old school, and there's no school like the old school. And you're looking at the headmaster right now.
All right. Well, I look forward to meeting you in person. I know I'm going to be at a show on Friday called Decking the Halls Beantown Wrestling Alliance. By any chance, do you think you might be there?
Oh, we'll be there. My client's got a match. And I'll be in
Oh,
his corner.
really?
And I'll be in his corner. That's
All
right.
right. Well, I'll give you a few minutes to say something about that.
What do you want me to say?
Well, who's your opponent, or who's Roberto's opponent?
Tell me something, Dick Lane. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? See, you know, I got a lot of old ideas about you know, about honor, you know, eye for an eye, and things like that. You know, Dick Lane, the flesh is weak. Only the soul is true mortal. Did you know, Dick Lane, some cultures, they view and they believe that the egg is the symbol for the soul. Would you like an egg?
Yeah. Whoa. That was brave, sir.
Was.
So, Dick Lane, coming for you. These are
And
our,
does the Don
this is our turf. Ain't no more heroes in town. Tough guy. See you at 13th, Beachmount VFW, Revere, Massachusetts.
and does the Don have anything to say about his opponent?
Oh, do I really? First time ever. The Don, Roberto Panini versus Dick Lane. You know, this is going to be one hell of a match, and I hope he really does bring it, because I know for sure I'm going to bring the violence. So, Dick Lane, be prepared. Friday the 13th, Revere, Massachusetts, at the Beachmont VFW Hall. Be there, boy, because I know I will be.
It's never business. I mean, excuse me. It's never personal. It's always strictly business. And this is business.
Mr. Betts.
See you on the 13th, boy.
What?
Mr. Betts, I have to say, you're a really funny guy.
What? What do you mean funny? Funny how?
You're just
Funny like what do you mean? Like the way I talk?
you're just funny. I mean, you're just funny the way you say things. You're funny.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm a little fucked up here. Up here. But funny how? Funny like I'm a clown. I'm here to amuse you. I'm here to make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me?
You're just funny.
Funny.
You're just funny. That's all.
No. I don't know. You said it. You're the one who said it. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
You almost got me.
I almost had her. You said her a little prick. You made fun of the fold on the questioning, Gladys.
Oh man. And on that note, does the Don have any final words?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I'll see you both this Friday at Beachmont VFW, Revere, Massachusetts, 150 Bennington Highway, for Decking the Halls, presented to you by Beantown Wrestling Alliance. Tickets on eventbrite.com.
Bye. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was like glad. I was confused, and my first thought was just to start laughing.
Whoa, what's the matter? Hey, those are two brand new guys that are joining BWA. I was just told to interview them. That's all.
I know, but I was like, what is going on? I was like, I'll be the first one to
And I
get
don't know
taken
where
out
she
of the
came
horror
from.
film.
I don't know where
I
she
would have
came
just started
from.
laughing.
Nowhere. So
Jeremy was like, well, I'm over here just corpsing for no reason.
I'm sitting over here because I had something going on, and I'm just like, what the hell did I
And
get
Bianca
into?
was down here getting confused. She thought I was doing something. Then she started trying to jump in my lap, like, "Mommy, what's going on?" And I'm like, trying not to. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
that was one
We'll
of the senior interviews we've done.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
So,
and I
mean,
guarantee you the next one, which is still TBD, I guarantee you the next one will not be the Zing.
Okay.
Oh man. Hey, that was cool. I mean, yeah. You know.
Well, that was the commission. That was the Don Roberto Panini and his consigliere, Uncle Frankie Batts. So,
Well, there you go.
and
Yep.
then that chick Griselda comes in here out of nowhere. She's also one of the. I actually did a little research. She's one of the underbosses, so I'd be careful if I were you. So,
Hey, man. I mean, do I need to start looking behind my back or something?
oh no, you guys are
I'm
fine. Just remember, snitches get stitches.
No worries.
Yeah, there will be no snitching from this end.
Nah.
I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck that was.
Oh, man.
We'll talk more about it on another time. Right now, let's get back to deadline results. So then also, like I said, underground match. So then we also had the title on the line, the NXT title. Trick Williams was going in, but he was going in still a little bit beat up from when Ridge Holland attacked him on Tuesday. But the day before, he was medically cleared to fight. But you could kind of tell in his fighting that he was still a little hurt. But somehow he was able to defeat Ridge Holland. And now it's going to be Trick Williams versus Obafemi at New Year's Evil for the NXT Championship. So, yeah, I think this is a match that's going to tear the house down. But the main event was the Iron Survivor women's match. We had Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, Zariah, Sol Ruca, and Ren Sinclair. Excuse me. And poor Ren Sinclair, I think she has now the record for the most pinned in any Iron Survivor matchup because she got pinned like 4 times last night. So, and some of which within a span of like 2 minutes. So,
You know, my thought on that is that they had to have somebody in there to take that because I mean you're not going to have Julia lose. You're not going to have Stephanie Vaquer lose. Sol Ruca, they see something in, so she's not going to take too many losses. And then, let's see. What was the other one? Zarya?
Yes.
She's new too. So they put almost everybody in this match was new to NXT, with the exception of Sol Ruca and Ren Sinclair. And since they see something in Sol, I mean, that leaves Ren by default. How much does this diminish Ren?
I don't think it diminished her too much because surprisingly, she did actually really well in the match last night. She had some moments. I think she was really one of the underdogs in the match, but she actually did a really good job with it. But ultimately, it was Julia who got the last minute pin, winning it with 2 pinfalls. Stephanie Vaquer was just about to pin her when the time ran out. So it is going to be Julia facing Roxanne Perez at New Year's Evil. Hopefully this time around, Cora Jade doesn't interfere and ruin it for her. So,
which
yeah,
leads me to think that that's exactly what's going to happen.
probably. But now that Julia's got backup in the form of Stephanie Vaquer or Zariah, you know, Cora may want to have eyes on the back of her head as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, Deadline. If you guys get a chance to go back, check out on Peacock. If you get a chance to, it was actually a really good show. Had some really good moments. I'd really say that the Iron Survivor women's match, I think did it better than the men's one. Both of them were good, but I think the women's match was just a little bit better. So, but the Iron Survivor men's match had a lot of fun moments. So overall, it was a great show. I love NXT. I'm partial to NXT, so it was a lot of fun. So let's get to the other news item that JC brought up earlier, and that is, well, first we had the 10-year anniversary of New Day. New Day did form in 2014. They started off as a heel stable, kind of preacher-like, before becoming one of the best factions ever to come out. They are what are they, 8-time tag team champions?
No, 12.
12. They broke Demolition's record for the longest reigning tag team champions. Both Kofi and Big E are former WWE champions. Xavier Woods is the king of the ring. Kofi and Big E have also won the Intercontinental Championship. But collectively, they've all, been the tag team champions. They've made a lot of history. But
don't forget, both I know Big E. I think Big E and Big E is a former Royal Rumble. No, was it Money in the Bank winner? That's it.
Yes, that's how he won. Yep, he won the title from Bobby Lashley in Boston. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
But then, unfortunately, Big E had his accident. He broke his neck, which put him out of action, which left Kofi and Xavier kind of floating in the tag team division. But as we've known as the past couple of months, Kofi and Xavier haven't exactly been seeing eye to eye.
Oh, the week before what happened last week, they tore each other down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were saying something. They weren't just taking jabs. They were taking like right and left hooks to each other. Verbally, not physically, y'all.
Yep, with the ultimate gut punch being how Xavier accused Kofi of throwing it all away for an 8-second pin against Brock Lesnar.
I was like, God damn, that was rough.
That was like,
and you know how we all feel about Brock.
Yeah, and then at the 10-year, supposedly 10-year anniversary of the New Day, woo.
I can't even. Okay, did we ever ultimately want New Day to break up?
Nah, but at the same time, they've accomplished a lot. I mean, where else can they go?
That's true.
I think it was inevitable.
Yeah, but to do it the way they did it,
right? It just sucks because they weren't just. This wasn't like when it happened with the Shield. That one still hurts. But the way that this one went off, the stuff they said to Big E.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah, a part of me was like, yeah, they have a point. Several superstars have come back from severe neck injuries to have unsuccessful careers. But then another part of me was like, but that doesn't always happen.
The thing about it is, I mean, it took Edge 9 years before you came back,
right? And I think
Lita never, and Lita, it took her a while before she started to wrestle again. Kurt Angle too, and then although he's not in the WWE anymore, Bryan Danielson,
yeah, and Saraya.
right?
Yep. And really, Saraya has barely even wrestled since returning.
Exactly. So for them to bring up that and make Big E try to, in a way, they were kind of gaslighting Big E into thinking it was his fault all this was happening. And it's like,
right.
No.
And they were like, well, you went off and did this, and then, you got a girlfriend. Oh, no, you brought the girlfriend in it. Did y'all see the tweets from Kristen?
Oh, my
God. Damn, she went in on them. No. And then the funny part was, here come Xavier coming in with a quip where we weren't going to eat your food anyway. And then she came back at him about, I forgot what
the food will be as bland as your singles run.
And I ain't heard anything else from him since. I mean, Have anybody seen any tweets from him since then?
Nope.
No.
It's like
The
Kofi
only
trying to
thing
come
I
out.
can say,
Uh,
the only thing I can say is, what have we learned? You don't fuck with a yim.
Oh,
no.
no.
I mean, it's
And
like, police, I'd like to report a murder because she killed him. I mean, she
she
took
was
the.
roasting him right after she got mentioned, like, why you bring me into it? And then after Biggie walked back to the back, it was on. I mean, she said is it the only thing to X, she said, or Xavier, like, if the only thing in my career was a 10 plus, only thing I can say something about, only thing my accomplishment in a 10 plus career was a Burger King crown, I'll be a hating ass bitch too. So like,
I mean,
like wilding out on Twitter. Oh
yeah,
man,
she slaughtered them. Like, I mean, he just, I
like,
don't. And
yeah. What do you
here's the
say?
sad thing. Here's the sad thing about it is that she's not even going to probably appear on WWE TV.
Nope.
Oh,
But not all superhero wear capes, so.
no, I'm like, you know what? Back in my head, I'm like, you know, and I'm not trying to say I act like I know what goes on in the business, but when it's something like this is personal. You definitely have to have some. I hope she knows that this is just part of a. They talk to each other about this in the background, because if they let her have um free reign on that. Oh, she
Oh,
just.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they probably, or either that or Mia. Her sister Mia gave her some advice about it. But one thing's for certain is the fact that I'm pretty sure both Kofi and Xavier are going to think twice before pissing off Big E's girlfriend. So, and did you
Oh,
see
and
the
if they
tweet
piss
that
her,
Kofi put out the next day?
it's a new day. Yes, it is. I said, bro, you better stop before she come at you. She already took one shot at you with your bird chest. Don't let her come back at you about going there probably with Brock Lesnar. And you know she's got something in the chamber for that one.
Oh yeah, she
Something
probably
else.
got.
And then and also because I'm like, how much dirt she probably has because she's been around them. Oh my God.
Oh, she's just waiting for that right moment. You know she is. So we'll keep an eye out, people. See what she says next. But now, New Day has officially kicked out Big E, and now it's just gonna be Kofi and Xavier. But somebody brought up a good point on TikTok, and I played it for my son, and he kind of agrees with it because he was a fan of the show. But someone says this was similar to a storyline on Dragon Ball Z. And I don't know how much Dragon Ball Z either one of you have watched or you're aware of it, but people are comparing it to that anime storyline and are thinking that maybe this is the direction they're going to go with eventually Kofi realizing that Xavier is the bad one, not Big E, and that he'll eventually turn on him. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys have heard
I
this
mean,
theory.
oh yeah, that, and also if you notice their outfits, last week's outfit, not on the week before, their outfits, Kofi was wearing Goku's outfit, and X is wearing Goku Black's outfit. I noticed that right away. I mean, I've only seen parts of that storyline, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, hey, yo, that ain't right. Something's wrong here. A lot of people pointed that out. I noticed that as soon as it popped, as soon as they came up, they were like wearing. I mean, for the most part, they've been wearing like their gear has been kind of like giving hints for a while. Cause like I think one was Kofi was wearing the Green Lantern on the Green Lantern Corps, and then X was the Black Lantern Corps one week. So it's like, yeah. So
Well,
when and
all
I
of
think
them are
that,
big anime fans, so it's not
yeah.
surprising that they would take from anime to inspire the storyline, which I think is brilliant. Um,
Yeah.
like I said, I've never watched Dragon Ball Z, so I don't know. Jeremy, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I know of Dragon Ball Z, but I don't I didn't really get into it. And I know of it because my brother Mark watched it a lot back in the day.
Yeah, I think I stopped watching it after I finished watching the whole Dragon Ball Z saga, the entire saga. I got to the end of it. I just haven't picked it up since then, but I see bits and pieces after that. And I had watched a segment somebody did on Goku Black, and that's what prompted me to realize, oh shit, something's not right here.
Yeah, like I said, I only know anime through my kids, so my son had to explain the whole thing to me. So when he did, it kind of made sense. I was like, okay. So I'm kind of curious to see how far this is going to go. But another thing somebody pointed out on Twitter was the fact that all this started when Karrion Kross talked to Xavier Woods. And people are pointing out that I know, JC, I know how you feel about Karrion Kross. It's the same way I feel about Tiffany Stratton. I get it. But you know, they pointed out that Karrion Kross has had his hands at turning on somebody. He talked to Xavier, and now New Day's in the fallout. He talked to Miz. Miz turned on R-Truth. So there's kind of a pattern there of Karrion Kross getting into people's heads and you know planting a little seed there. I know how you feel. Don't worry. If we can get Karrion Kross to talk to Wade Barrett, maybe we can help him set up a personality. But anyway.
Ah, boo! No, boo! No, I was gonna say,
I knew
look,
that this was going.
man. What I was gonna say was this is gonna eventually turn into a eventual match, feud, what have you, between the Final Testament and the Wyatt Six, because
Yeah, especially
I'm
now
pretty
that
sure,
Karrion's out for blood after what happened with Scarlett.
right? And also, I feel like the Wyatt Six may be, if there's a pattern going on, the Wyatt Six might be going after Kofi and a side story, Kofi and X or Xavier. I call him X, I know, but
That's fine. Well, they kind of been hinting that they never were after Karrion. So they've said a couple of tweets on Twitter. As I think one of them was like, "It was never about you." So I don't know if they were. So it's hard to tell whether the Wyatt Six were actually focusing on the Miz, or if, like you say, maybe they were going to go after the New Day next. But Karrion just happened to get in the way. So they have an upcoming matchup, and even Scarlett is like, trying to tell him that, oh, they're going to see that Nikki Cross is the stronger one, and eventually they're going to turn on her. So do you think that's kind of a hint to saying that maybe Alexa Bliss might be coming back?
I would think she's got to be coming back sometime soon. I don't know how soon, but she's got to be coming back soon.
Well, remember, we got the Royal Rumble coming up on February 1st, and we all know the Royal Rumble is a pool of surprises. We always know, like, people pop up. So she could come back for the Rumble.
I mean, there has been
See, that's what I think.
There's been news reports she's been training to get back in the ring. So I don't know. Will she? Do you think she will be a part of that? Because
I do. I think she'll be back at the Rumble.
I mean but do you think she'll get involved with the Wyatt Six?
That one, I don't know.
That's kind of hard to say because remember, she did betray Bray at WrestleMania a couple years ago. So
yeah, I mean, because everybody thought that. Yeah, because everybody thought Braun was gonna be a part of it, and he ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole. Or from what we've seen, he wasn't even involved in that. So that's why I'm questioning that. Like, you think she will get involved in that? They try to get her involved in that, and she's like, no.
I think Braun being a little more in the distant past with as regards Bray, I think he's not likely to be involved. Alexa is more recent, and I think part of why I think part of why she and Bray split off was because of her real life, intervening, with her pregnancy and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
I seem to remember that was kind of why they got her away from him. But I mean, I could be wrong, because it's been that long since she was gone, or since she's been involved with Bray. So I don't know.
She's been gone for about 2 years now. So I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't think they need Alexa. I mean, they've got Nikki as the Sister Abigail character, and I think Bo might still be a little bitter over the fact that Alexa turned on Bray a couple years ago. So I don't think they really need her. I mean, if WWE does decide they want to do that, okay, fine. I'll see where it goes. But personally, I don't think the Wyatt Six needs Alexa Bliss. I think they're fine with what they have. So, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, so
I
that's
agree.
one. They got it.
Speaking of broken, it is official. Bronson Reed's going to be out for an undisclosed amount of time because he did break his foot. If you saw it at War Games, you saw him go one way and his foot went the other. And Jimmy Uso will also be out because he has a broken toe from the jump he did off the cage. So,
so what we're learning is maybe it's not such a good idea to jump off the cage.
No. But then again, it was War Games.
Also, Tonga Loa got hurt.
Him too?
Yeah.
Towards bicep.
Yeah.
So we have 3 injuries coming out of War Games. Also, Candice LeRae's streak was broken. Because, honestly, when I saw that Candice LeRae was announced for Liv Morgan's team, I was like, okay, that means Liv's winning. Because Candice LeRae has never lost a War Games match. So I thought that was going to happen. So when I saw Rhea Ripley pin Liv Morgan, I was like, oh my God, the record's broken. Candice LeRae no longer is undefeated in War Games.
Ooh. Yeah, that was well, it just felt, and honestly, it kind of, how it was like kind of weird how Candice was on that team. Because everybody had reasons to beat it. Had reasons, and Candice was just like, "Hey, I want to join the team."
Well, she was the tiniest member of the team, I'll tell you that. But I think they just kind of threw her in there because of the fact that she's the one with the most expertise in War Games. Because I think Rhea only did like one other War Game, in NXT, and that was the one that Candice LeRae won. So I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. Don't quote me.
And speaking of, we still have yet to find out who attacked Jade. Speaking of Bianca Belair, not you, Kitty. I'm talking about the human. Has said she's gonna find out who attacked her tag team partner.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We all know it was Bianca.
What?
Think about this. Think about this. Do you remember a few years ago when Shawn Michaels got attacked and Triple H was determined to find out who's the one who took him out? And then Shawn Michaels comes on the TV and he goes, I have the video footage that proves who attacked me. And it was Triple H.
You think it was her?
I barely remember that.
I'm pretty certain it's her because, well, there have been rumors that Jade and Bianca weren't getting along backstage, but that's rumors. But I think it actually would make sense because we got teased with a Bianca Jade stare down at the Rumble earlier this year, and everyone was hoping to see the two of them face each other at WrestleMania, but we never got that. So now with WrestleMania season about to start, it would only make sense that we get one of the matches we want to see, which is Bianca versus Jade, to see which one is the stronger one, because that's what everyone's been saying. Ever since Jade debuted in AEW, that was everyone's dream match, Jade versus Bianca. So it would make sense that Bianca would be the one turning heel and Jade coming back from her injuries and stating, I have the proof of who attacked me, and it's Bianca. The only other person I could see it being is if they want to turn her heel would be Naomi.
I don't rule that out. I do not rule that out.
Because Naomi hasn't had a heel run yet.
Well, a true heel run. Let's remember when she was when she was it wasn't a heel run per se, but she had heel tendencies when she was in that stable with Tamina and Sasha.
Oh, BAD?
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily a healed. It wasn't necessarily a heel, but it was the kind of a heel tendencies. And then she gave that speech against was it Paige?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if this is where they're going, this will be her true official heel turn. So I mean, damn, I'm just
So
trying
there
to.
is a third option, and Bailey.
Oh,
So she could
right.
be a member of War Games.
And that give all the more reason for Bianca to just light her up, because she's been wanting to beat her up for the longest.
Yeah. So those are like the top three suspects I really feel, with Bianca being number one. But this also proves another thing. Those WWE Women's Tag Team titles are cursed.
Right.
I don't think it's Bailey.
Yeah?
I do not think it is Bailey. Bailey just came back from an injury too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you want to turn her that fast, because you'll give people whiplash.
That's true.
That is true. That's a good point. And that's why I have her at number 3. So, but I really feel like they're going to go in the direction with Triple H and HBK. Because if you notice, little by little, a lot of superstars have been doing a lot of stuff that Triple H and HBK did back in the day. So it's only a matter of time before they start, rerunning some of the storylines they did in the past. And I think this is one of them. So I would not put it past them to say that it was Bianca who attacked Jade Cargill. I mean, Bianca has been a heel before.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. While we're talking about confrontations and who could have done it, want to touch base on the front of the show with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Oh, he said basically CM Punk just listening to Seth. He basically said, "You've been thinking about me. I haven't even thought about you." I'm like, damn. and then Seth and then Sammy comes out, and then Seth tried to gaslight Sammy. He said, and Sammy just basically said, "You created the monster that Roman has become. You put the chair in his back." And he's like, "Well, you put the chair in his back too." Like, but you put the chair in his back because you, for selfish reasons. The only reason Sammy came out there to help put that chair in Roman's back is because of the monster he had become. Also, the only reason he's helping Roman is because of Jay and Jimmy too, but Jay mostly. So I mean, and Sammy's like, I don't even like CM Punk. I just came out there to help, basically to help Jimmy. I mean, Jay and Jimmy, and since Jay wanted help for his cousin, he's helping his cousin. So what's your excuse, boy? It was a hot mess in that whole entire segment.
Yeah,
So
well, I think it's going to finally lead up to the WrestleMania match that we were supposed to get this year, which is CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. So I think the next couple of months are pretty much going to be like a build up to all the matches that we were supposed to get this year, but couldn't because of injuries and timing. So,
yeah,
because I'm
and then,
go Go ahead.
No, you go for it.
Well, no, me personally, I'm a little gypped over the fact that we're not going to get Ilya versus Gunther at WrestleMania because I really wanted that to happen.
Yeah.
Because I honestly felt that Ilya was the number one guy to win the Rumble, challenge Gunther, so we could have Gunther versus Ilya on the main roster, especially at WrestleMania. But because he tore his ACL, he's going to be out for a while. So unless he pulls a John Cena and becomes joins the Rumble, I mean, we're not going to get that match at WrestleMania, so we're going to get gypped for that. Um, but yeah, we were supposed to have all these matches this year, but we never did because either someone was injured or the timing was off or someone didn't have a certain title, blah blah blah. So I think.
Well, I think Jade. I think the reason Jade and Bianca didn't happen is because they didn't have confidence in Jade's abilities.
Well, she's definitely proved herself, and so I have a feeling that once she's back from her injuries, well, I heard a rumor there was something else, but I'm not going to go into that. So I think we'll definitely get Jade versus Bianca at WrestleMania, and I mean, there's just a lot happening right now too. And also speaking of mystery attacks, we need to find out who took out the Street Profits. Okay, let's face it, we all know who took out the Street Profits. Come on.
Tommaso. I mean, that was
and
easy.
Johnny.
And yeah, could have been them too. I was gonna.
Both of DIY, yeah.
Yeah. Also, who attacked Jay on Monday Night Raw? Because Seth and Sammy had a match, and Sammy got attacked in his match. We know who did that.
Yeah, what is it with all these mystery attacks over the past couple of weeks?
Who's to say that the same person responsible for beating up Sammy didn't have something to do with Jay?
Oh, cool. No doubt, because he despises Jay for all the stuff they did when all the stuff Jay. I keep calling him Jimmy. Jay did when he was a part of the Bloodline. The first time around. Mm-hmm. He ain't like him as soon as he walked in the door, he ain't like him. And then the fact that Jay ended up working with the person he despised the most, CM Punk. Oh, come on. No. I have there's no doubt that Drew did it. And Sammy got it because Sammy's home is Jay's homeboy.
Sammy's collateral damage.
Right.
Pretty much. And it should be noted that WWE put out their top 10 feuds of 2024, and CM Punk and Drew McIntyre were number one. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen next. All right, so we'll start wrapping it up here. And Jeremy, I'd like for you to explain what you got cooking and what we might have in the future.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to bring my camera back up for this. First off, a couple weeks ago, here in Oklahoma City, we had a news reporter that got involved in a local promotion out here. And so we're working on getting him. We might have him next week. And we're just waiting to confirm, but hopefully we get him. It's going to be interesting. But in the meantime, you can, and when we actually get it confirmed, I will announce it through our socials. But if we get this, you know what? I'll just go ahead and drop the name. His name's Colby Thielen. He's a reporter for the CBS affiliate here in Oklahoma City, a morning news anchor. And so he jumped in the ring at a independent wrestling show in Oklahoma City and did fairly well for himself. So I kind of want to talk to him about that, and maybe we may have him stick around and join us for some of the other conversations. So
Nice.
Yeah. So I hope I haven't jinxed it. Knock on wood. Here, we'll knock on my desk. There we go. But yeah, so if we get him, if we confirm it, we'll let you know. But in the meantime, of course, you can follow me on Twitter at GermanMoses85, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I am on Blue Sky as well, and it's the same name. So.
All right. Well, when that interview does happen, since you booked it, you'll probably be the lead interviewer. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Yes, and I can promise you that it will not be anywhere near as zany and crazy as tonight.
All right. So with that being said, Jeremy already dropped his social. JC, your turn. Where can people find you on the internet?
Okay. IG, X, Blue Sky, and it's TikTok while it's still there. I'll have the same handles, Hardy Cat 1027. Also look for our website that I'm working on right now. It should be relaunched our website. I'm aiming for January 2025 for our new site to be out. So look out for that. But that's where you can find me on those social medias.
All right, let me take a deep breath because I know I have the most to say. So, okay. Find me on Twitter, X, Blue Social, at that Daria Chick, on Threads at that Daria Chick. You can also find me on YouTube. Square Circle Cafe will be on YouTube at that Daria Chick. Facebook, Square Circle Cafe, also the Summer Matthew Company. Christmas season is coming along. Do you have a reader in your life? Well, I got 2 books for you. You can go to Amazon.com, type in my name, Gladys Bishop, find my 2 books. Finally Finding Accepting Myself and From the Mind of the Prospect. Both of them great stocking stuffers for the reader in your life. You can find me at this Friday, Friday the 13th, at Revere, the 150 Bennington Highway at the Beachmont VFW for Decking the Halls presented by Beantown Wrestling Alliance. The main event will be the new champion, Diego Alvarez, taking on Hazard. Roberto Pamini will be making his debut against Insane Dick Lane, a former guest of ours. Frankie Batts will be in Roberto's corner. And we'll have a toy drive. Bring a toy. When you bring a new toy to donate to Toys for Tots, we will give you a raffle ticket. And then you'll have some chance to get some neat prizes. I'll be there vending my books if you'd like to come on down and say hi. You can find the Square Circle Cafe on YouTube and on X at SCC Podcast. So can't wait for that. This episode's going to drop any minute, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much for tuning in, as always, the Square Circle Cafe for wrestling fans, by wrestling fans. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.